everybody, welcome to another lesson. Today we're going to do semiquavers around the kit 3 different ways. So I'm sure you're all familiar with the straight semiquavers around the kit fill. It's probably one of the first fills you learned to do when you were first starting out on your drumming career. So it's just nice and simple, single strokes. Reasonably straightforward. So we're going to do exactly the same fill as that, but we're going to play it with double strokes. A little bit slower. Okay, so it's important to keep those semiquavers nice and even still. We still want to maintain that straight semiquaver pattern, but we'll play it with double strokes. So what you could do is you can use, because you're probably very familiar, very comfortable with the single stroke version, is you can use that as a guide and try and match how that sounds when you play it with double strokes. So for example, okay, so as before, it's always a good idea to practice with a metronome. So if we said something, this is 80, but you could always take it a bit slower if you're not used to doubles. 3, 4. Here it is a bit slower at 60 beats per minute. Now, because we're all about trying to make practice more interesting rather than just doing something over and over again. Don't get me wrong, sometimes you need to just do things over and over again. You need to build up that muscle memory. You need to get it into your head what you're playing, so you're not overthinking it. You can just play it naturally. But again, it's more fun if we can think of more creative ways to practice it. So if we, rather than do a bar of single semiquavers and then a bar of double semiquavers, if we try and create a little piece out of it, so if we put a bar of rhythm in between, then that might make it a bit more fun. But remember, we're still listening to the doubles on the fill, trying to make it sound the same as the single stroke equivalent. So once you've got used to that, we're now going to go on to the third way to play around the kit, and this is going to be using paradiddles. Now, for those of you who don't know what a paradiddle is a combination of single and double strokes, and it's right, left, left, left. So if I play it on 2 different drums, just to be able to hear what hand's doing what. Right, left, right, left, right. Or if you say the word paradiddle, the diddle is your double beat. So that might help you. Paradiddle, paradiddle. So we're going to do the same thing we did with the doubles, but this time use paradiddles. So a bar of single strokes around the kit, and then a bar of paradiddles. Once again, with the metronome set to 60. do play these, you don't have to play them at 60. You can start at whatever tempo you feel comfortable with. The main thing is you're keeping it all nice and even. There are no accents, no stress notes. It should sound the same whether you're playing single strokes, doubles or paradiddles. So that's what you need to be looking out for. So now we're going to add those paradiddles to the piece we were creating. So it's going to be a bar of rhythm. You can do any rhythm you're comfortable with. I'm just keeping it nice and simple for the purposes of this. And then single stroke semiquavers around the kit. Back to your bar of rhythm, doubles, another bar of rhythm, paradiddles. Again, tempo set at 60 for now, but you can do it a little bit quicker if that's more your comfort zone. So now you've got that down, and remember you can practice it at whatever tempo you wish. If you've done it at 60 and you're comfortable and everything's nice and even, you can always try at 65, 70, work your way up, try different levels. Again, always have that metronome on, keeps it nice and steady, gives you a good reference point. But now you've got that down, I'm not for one moment suggesting that next time you're in your school concert band or you've got a gig and you need to play semiquavers around the kit, you're going to go for paradiddles over single strokes. Obviously single strokes are your comfort zone, you've probably played that a lot more, you're going to go for that when you need it. However, practicing what we've just done today does open other options for you. So for example, say you wanted to play a fill that involved 2 on the high tom, 2 on the snare, 2 on the mid, 2 on the snare, 2 on the floor, 2 on the snare. If you were playing that all as single strokes, it would be quite busy, quite a lot to do with your hands. You're doing a lot of movement. If you can do it as doubles, it's a lot simpler, and you could do it obviously if it's a quite fast tempo. It's going to be quite hard doing it as single strokes. So getting used to playing doubles, nice and even semiquavers, we did it obviously all 4 on each particular drum of the kit. Now, again, you can get creative, start playing around with it, putting it on different parts of the kit. You don't have to have it all on one drum. You can mix it around. You can have it on the bell of the cymbal, you can have it on the hi-hat. But you've now got that freedom to hopefully develop a little bit more interesting fills and just go away and have a play with it. Again, you might want to go back to 60 BPM, just slow it down, see what sounds good, work something out, but then once you've got the basic idea, you can always raise the tempo and find something you like. Okay, that's it for another lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to keep these lessons fairly short, but if I've gone too fast and you'd rather spend a bit more time doing the doubles before you move on to the paradiddles, remember you can always stop the video, work at your own pace, at your own tempo, and then come back to it at a later time. Stay safe out there, I'll see you next time.